Hello and welcome to a new tutorial video for Lesson 29, Writing Exercise 15, Crafting Metaphors. Metaphors are literary devices that compares two different things, and when writers say something is something else, and oftentimes without using the words like or as in the comparison. Crafting metaphors can be a creative way for writers to add color to their writing, but can also be difficult at times when thinking off the top of one's head. So what can make crafting metaphors easier? I have a couple key points here that is pretty much based on one of the sections in the Master's List for Writers by Bren Donovan. I'll have the book linked below if you're interested in checking that out. But the first key point is to make a list of concrete nouns or images. Then make a list of descriptive adjectives that describes those nouns. Then make a list of other nouns that those adjectives can also describe. And then you're able to make your comparisons. So I have a chart here of two examples for ants and waves. I've already put in the adjectives for both of these. For ants, I just have small, tiny, microscopic, black, crawly, red, busy, hardworking, and massive. And for waves, I just put blue, giant, foamy, large, violent, flowing, raging, strong, curvy, wild, moving, and far-reaching. And then on the last column here, I just have some other nouns that these adjectives in the middle could also describe. For ants, I just have people, community, city, bacteria, and infection. And for waves, I just have arms, hand, mountains, fingers, water, and soap. So by using all this information, I'm just going to create my comparisons here in the writing examples below. For the first one, for ants, I could put a colony of black ants was a spread of massive bacteria across the picnic table, infesting the family's afternoon lunch. And that's an example for the first one using both ants and then the other noun comparison of bacteria. And I'm going to do another one, a hard working community of red ants marched over a tree branch carrying leaves on their backs. So this one is a bit different here, so I just added community at the beginning of the sentence and then just comparing a community to the red ants here that are carrying leaves on their backs. So you can have the other noun comparison in the beginning of the sentence, or you can have it toward the end of the sentence for your metaphors. Now I'm going to do some for waves. Giant, far-reaching waves were large, extended arms around the rocky shoreline. So I just have waves here and just comparing them to arms for the first example of crafting a metaphor for waves. I'm going to do another one, curly fingers of waves ebbed away from the sandy beach. So that's a second example comparing waves to fingers for the second comparison. So this is just a simple example of how you can be able to craft metaphors, first by making lists of concrete nouns or images, listing the adjectives that describe those nouns or images, and then making a list of other nouns or images that could also be described by the same adjectives. But that's pretty much how you can be able to craft metaphors easier if you can't think of any off the top of your head. But that's pretty much all that I have for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and until next time, happy writing.